Okay, so this is help for the quiz for 9.2.4, interior and exterior angles. So there are a couple definitions that you need to know first, that you need to know what an interior angle is. So an interior angle is any angle that is inside the triangle. So here on my little example below, any of the interior angles would be any of these inside the triangle, okay? So 1 and 4 are both interior angles. So angle 1 and angle 4 are both interior, okay? Because they're inside. This angle would also be interior, but it's not named. An exterior angle is an angle that forms a linear pair or a line with one of the interior angles of the triangle. So for 1, the exterior angle for 1 is going to be 2. So angle 2 is exterior to angle 1. Oops. Okay, to angle 1. Now, when I have angle 1 as the interior that I'm focused on, you can see here that angle 2 and angle 1 make a straight line. They're supplementary. It adds up to 180. A remote interior angle is the interior angles of the triangle that does not form the linear pair. So yes, 1 is an interior, but it's not remote because it's the one that forms the line with 2. So 4 would be a remote interior angle if we were looking at angle 1. And this one over here would also be a remote. So there's always going to be 2 remote interior angles if there's an exterior angle that we're talking about. So let's go through a couple of these problems on the quiz that some of you might be having some problems with. So here it says, which of the following are exterior angles? Click all that apply. So on this one, we have lots of different exterior angles. So we have to look at our interiors first of all. 5 is one of our interiors. An exterior to 5 would be 6. So 6 would be an exterior because it creates that straight line here with 5. Okay? For 1, we have a couple options. The first option we have is 4. 4 is going to be an exterior because it creates this straight line here. So 4 is also going to be considered an exterior angle. Another one that would be considered an exterior angle would be angle 2, okay, because it creates that straight line here. And then a lot of people are wondering about 3. Would 3 be considered an exterior angle? Well, 3 would not be an exterior angle because 1 and 3 don't make a straight line. They are congruent. Because they're congruent or the same, that means that they are not going to be a straight line because a straight line is supplementary. Sorry, these got erased, my fault. So the only ones that would be exterior, because exterior means on the outside of the triangle, would be 2, 4, and 6 because those are the ones that make straight lines with one of the interior angles. No. Which of the following are exterior angles? Click all that apply. So it's a very similar question here. This time it wants to look at all of those that would be exterior. So we know that 1, 2, and 6 are all interior angles, so those would not be exterior. So no. 1, 2, and 6 are all, so none of those would be exterior because they are all inside the triangle. Then I have 5 and 3 and 4 that are left here. So 5 would not be an exterior because it is a vertical angle, which means it's congruent with 6. So it's not going to be an exterior angle with 6. 4 here is going to be that exterior angle because it creates a straight line with angle 6. So 4, and then 3 you can see is also creating a straight line with angle 2, so it's going to be an exterior. Which of the following are remote interior angles? So this is the important part. It talks about remote interior angles and it says of angle 1. So our interior angles here are 6, 5, and 4. 1 creates a line with 4. So the remote interior angles would be 6 and 5 because they aren't creating that supplementary angle. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Sorry, 6 and 5. Excuse me. Okay? Because these two are not creating that angle, that it's not attached to the exterior. Which of the following are remote interiors of angle 1? So which ones here would be remote interiors of angle 1? So angle 1 is attached to 3. Okay, which means that leaves 6 and 4 are our remote interior angles. So 6 and 4 are going to be our remote interior because they're not attached to our exterior angle. What is the value of x? So here you need to remember that we know that the remote interior angles sum or add to equal the exterior. So that means that 95 is my exterior. So my remote interior would be 60, and sum means to add, so 60 plus x would equal 95. And then I can do a one-step equation to figure out what x would equal. So subtract 60 from both sides. X is going to equal 35. So our answer here should be that angle x is going to equal 35 degrees. What is the value of P? So in this case, we're looking for P. P, we can do a couple things here. We need to figure out what this angle equals, okay? And we know here that this is equal to, actually, let's go down here. This one's easier. This here is 90 degrees because if it's a straight line, both of those are going to be 90. So this is now our exterior angle. So our two interiors are going to be 90 plus P is equal to 133. I'm going to subtract 90 from both sides. And then P is going to equal 43 degrees. And last one here, which of the following statements must be true about this diagram? Click all that apply. So if we're talking about our angle W, if you remember, our theorem says that the exterior angles added, or the remote interior angles, when you add them, will equal our exterior. So our remote angles are y and x. So that one would not work because that's talking about z, and z is attached. So this one would not work because here it says that x and y added together is going to equal z. Well, these are all interior angles. So this does not work. If I add these together and it equals this, that means that both of these are going to be smaller than my exterior angle. So x will be smaller than w and y will be smaller than w. So this says w is bigger than x. Well, that's true. That's true because I know these added together are the same as w. X plus y is equal to w. Those are my remote interior angles, and that's my exterior, so that is true. Z is bigger than x. I have no clue. That I can't prove, so that one's not anything because they're all both interior angles. W is greater than y. Again, w is our exterior angle. I know y plus this would give me w, so that must mean that w is bigger than just y by itself. Okay? So those would be all the ones for that one. And those are all the example problems that I'm going to go through. If you need more help, please make sure you're contacting me.